What would you do if a simple act of kindness changed your life forever? For one black teen, a single decision, giving up his seat to a pregnant woman, unlocked a destiny he never saw coming. But this isn't just a feel-good story. Behind that moment was a storm of drama, legal battles, and a judge who had finally had enough. Meet Judge Boyd, a no-nonsense justice known for holding people accountable. When an irresponsible mom on probation kept dragging her kids across state lines, dodging responsibility, he dropped the hammer. But her reckless choices weren't just affecting her, they were about to collide with an innocent teenager's life in the most unexpected way. Then, there's the pregnant woman, a stranger with a secret. When she hands the teen a note, his world flips upside down. What did it say? Why did it shake him to his core? And how does this all tie back to a furious judge and a mother who pushed the system too far? The stakes are high, the tension is real, and one thing's for sure, this story isn't over yet. Buckle up, because what happens next will leave you speechless. The bus was packed that day, the kind of crowded where people avoided eye contact, lost in their phones or staring out the window. Jamal, a 17-year-old high school student with a part-time job at a local grocery store, was just trying to get home after a long shift. His feet ached, and his backpack weighed heavy with unfinished homework, but when he saw the pregnant woman struggling to keep her balance as the bus jerked forward, he didn't hesitate. "Here, he said, standing up. "Take my seat." The woman, blonde and visibly exhausted, gave him a grateful smile. "Thank you," she murmured, lowering herself carefully into the spot. Jamal nodded, gripping the overhead rail as the bus rolled on. He didn't expect anything in return, just doing what his grandma had always taught him. But then, as his stop approached, the woman reached into her purse and pressed a folded note into his hand. "Read this when you get home," she whispered. Before he could ask why, she turned away, her face unreadable. The note burned a hole in his pocket all the way back to his tiny apartment. His grandma was at work, so he sat on the edge of his bed, unfolding the paper with shaky fingers. The words hit him like a punch to the chest. If you ever need help, call this number. You deserve more than what life's given you. Below it was a phone number, scribbled in haste. Who was this woman? Why did she think he needed help? And why did it feel like she knew something he didn't? Meanwhile, across town, Judge Lawrence Boyd was reviewing yet another probation violation report. This one was for Lisa Carter, a mother of two who had been ordered to stabilize her life after a string of bad decisions, drug charges, unpaid child support, and now, constant relocation. Every time social services thought they had her settled, she'd pack up her kids and vanish, leaving behind unpaid rent and broken promises. Boyd's patience was wearing thin. "She's dragging those children through chaos," he muttered, tossing the file onto his desk. Enough is enough. What Judge Boyd didn't know was that Lisa's oldest son was Jamal, the same kid who had just been handed a mysterious note by a stranger on a bus. And that woman? She wasn't just a random passenger. She was connected to a past Lisa had been running from for years. As Jamal stared at the number, torn between curiosity and caution, Lisa was in a motel room 2 states away, counting the last of her cash. She knew the system was closing in on her, but she had one last move, one desperate play to keep her kids safe. What she didn't realize was that her choices were about to collide with Jamal's in a way neither of them could predict. And then there was the woman on the bus. Where did she go after stepping off at that quiet suburban stop? Why did she pick him out of all the people on that bus? The answers were coming, but not before more secrets unraveled, secrets that could destroy lives, or save them. The clock was ticking. Jamal's finger hovered over his phone. Lisa's motel door rattled in the wind. And Judge Boyd's gavel was poised to fall. One decision would set everything in motion. But who would make it first? Jamal stared at the note for what felt like hours, the numbers blurring as his mind raced. He'd grown up knowing his mom wasn't like other parents, always moving, always looking over her shoulder. She'd told him it was just bad luck, that life had dealt her a tough hand. But deep down, he'd always suspected there was more to it. Now, this stranger's note made him wonder if the truth was closer than he thought. His thumb hovered over his phone screen. Call the number. Just call it. But something held him back. What if this was a setup? What if his mom found out? She'd always warned him not to trust outsiders, especially anyone asking questions. But then again, what if this was his only chance to find out why their life had always been so unstable? With a deep breath, he dialed. The line rang once, twice, then a woman's voice answered, calm but urgent. I was wondering when you'd call. It wasn't the pregnant woman from the bus. This voice was older, steadier. Before Jamal could speak, she continued, we don't have much time. Meet me tomorrow at the library downtown. Second floor, noon. Come alone. The call ended before he could even ask who she was. Meanwhile, Lisa Carter paced the cramped motel room, her youngest son, Micah, asleep on the lumpy bed. The walls felt like they were closing in. She'd gotten the alert earlier, another court notice. Judge Boyd had issued a warrant. If she didn't show up to her next hearing, they'd take her kids. Permanently. She clenched her fists. She couldn't let that happen. Not after everything she'd done to keep them safe. But running wasn't an option anymore. She was out of money, out of favors. And worst of all, she had a sinking feeling that they had finally found her. The note. That's what kept replaying in her mind. Jamal had mentioned it offhand when he called to check in. Some lady on the bus had given him a number. Lisa had played it cool, told him it was probably a scam. But inside, her blood ran cold. Because if they were reaching out to Jamal, it meant they were closing in. And if they found her before she could fix this, everything would be over. Judge Boyd sat in his office, rubbing his temples. The Lisa Carter case was eating at him. On paper, it was simple, a repeat offender who refused to follow the rules. But something about it didn't sit right. Her file showed a pattern, yes, but not a reckless one. Every time she ran, it was calculated. Like she wasn't just avoiding the law, she was hiding from something worse. His clerk knocked, handing him a new document. Social services flagged this. Lisa's son, Jamal, someone's been asking about him. Boyd frowned. Who? The clerk shrugged. No name. But they pulled his school records 2 days ago. Said they were family. Boyd's instincts kicked in. This wasn't just a probation violation anymore. Something bigger was happening, and if he didn't figure it out fast, a lot more than one family could be at risk. The next day, Jamal stood outside the library, heart pounding. He'd lied to his grandma, told her he was studying with friends. If this was a mistake, he'd never forgive himself. But if it led to answers? He took the stairs 2 at a time. The second floor was quiet, just a few students scattered at tables. And then he saw her, an older black woman in a sharp blazer, watching him with knowing eyes. She gestured to the chair across from her. Sit down, Jamal. We have a lot to talk about. Before he could move, his phone buzzed. A text from his mom, ***, where are you? Answer now. ***. His stomach dropped. She never texted like that. Something was wrong. The woman noticed his hesitation. Her voice softened. You're scared. I get it. But if you walk away now, you might never know the truth about your family. Jamal's hands shook. Every instinct told him to run. But to where? Back to a life of secrets? Or forward into the unknown? Across town, Lisa slammed her fist against the steering wheel. She'd gotten the alert, someone had accessed Jamal's file. They knew. And if they'd tracked him to the library, she had minutes, maybe seconds, to get to him first. She peeled out of the motel parking lot, tires screeching. She'd spent years running. But this time, she wasn't just running from something. She was running toward the one person she couldn't lose. Jamal's phone buzzed again, another frantic text from his mom. Do not trust them. Get out now. His throat went dry. The woman across from him saw the panic in his eyes and leaned forward. Jamal, listen to me. Your mother is in danger. You are in danger. But I can help. A cold sweat prickled the back of his neck. Who was this woman? How did she know his mom? The library lights flickered overhead, suddenly feeling too bright, too exposing. He stood up so fast his chair screeched. I gotta go." The woman didn't try to stop him. Instead, she slid a small flash drive across the table. "Take this. When you're ready, plug it in. It'll explain everything." Her voice dropped to a whisper. "And Jamal, don't wait too long. They're already coming." Lisa swerved through traffic, her knuckles white on the wheel. The GPS showed the library was 8 minutes away. 8 minutes too long. She dialed Jamal again. No answer. Damn it. Her mind raced with worst-case scenarios. If they got to him before she did, it wouldn't just be another missed court date. It would be the end. Her phone rang, an unknown number. She almost didn't answer, but instinct made her hit speaker. A distorted voice hissed through the static. "You can't run forever, Lisa. We have eyes everywhere." The call cut out. Lisa's blood turned to ice. They weren't just tracking Jamal. They were taunting her. Judge Boyd's office phone rang sharply. It was the head of social services. "Judge, we just got a red flag. Someone tried to pull Jamal Carter's medical records using a fake agency ID." Boyd's stomach tightened. This wasn't just a custody issue anymore. This was a hunt. He grabbed his coat. "Get me everything on Lisa Carter's past everything and send a unit to the downtown library. Now." Jamal burst out of the library, the flash drive clenched in his fist. His breath came in short gasps. None of this made sense. Who was after them? Why? His phone buzzed, "Mom calling." He fumbled to answer. "Mom, what's going on?" "Jamal, listen." Lisa's voice was raw with fear. "Get to the bus station on 5th. Don't talk to anyone. Don't trust anyone. I'll meet you there in 10 minutes. The line went dead. A black SUV rolled slowly past the library entrance. The tinted windows hid whoever was inside, but Jamal didn't wait to find out. He took off running. 2 blocks away, Lisa's car screeched to a halt at a red light. She pounded the wheel. Come on. Come on. The light turned green just as her rearview mirror caught a glimpse of the same black SUV turning onto her street. No. Her foot slammed the gas. They'd found her. Which meant they were letting her lead them straight to Jamal. She made a sharp turn into an alley, tires skidding. She had to lose them. Had to think. Her hand dove into her purse, fingers closing around the one thing she'd kept hidden for years, a burner phone with a single saved contact. The only person who could help now. With shaking hands, she typed, code black. "They're here. Judge Boyd's police escort sped toward the library, sirens wailing. His phone buzzed with an incoming email. Lisa Carter's sealed juvenile records, finally unlocked. He scanned the document, and his stomach dropped. "Turn the car around," he barked at the officer. "We need to get to the 5th Street bus station. Now. The records told the real story. Lisa wasn't just a troubled mom on probation. She was a witness. And the people after her. They weren't just criminals. They were cops. Jamal reached the bus station, chest heaving. The place was packed, travelers, families, security guards. He blended into the crowd, eyes darting for his mom. Then he saw her, sprinting through the sliding doors, face streaked with tears. "Mom." He waved frantically. Lisa's eyes locked onto him just as the black SUV screeched to a curb outside. Doors flew open. She reached Jamal and yanked him close. "We have seconds she gasped, shoving a bus ticket into his hand. "Get on that bus. Don't look back. Don't stop until." A shout cut her off. Men in plain clothes pushed through the crowd, badges flashing. Lisa Carter. "Stop right there." Jamal froze. Were those cops? Lisa's grip on his arm turned vice-tight. Her whisper was pure terror. "Those aren't police." Run. The station erupted into chaos, screams, scrambling feet, the blare of a security alarm. Jamal stumbled as Lisa shoved him toward the departing bus. The last thing he saw before the doors closed was his mother turning to face the men, her hands raised in surrender, and the flash drive, still burning a hole in his pocket. The bus pulled away. And the real nightmare began. The bus roared down the highway, but Jamal barely registered the movement. His whole body trembled as he stared out the window, his mother's last words echoing in his skull. Asterisk, those aren't police. Asterisk, then why were they wearing badges? Why did they look so official? And why was his mom so sure they were dangerous? His fingers dug into the flash drive still clenched in his palm. Whatever answers he needed were on this thing. But with no laptop, no way to access it, he was stuck in the dark. The woman at the library had warned him time was running out. Now, with his mom in custody, or worse, every second felt like a death sentence. A notification buzzed in his pocket. An unknown number had sent a single image, a grainy security camera still of the bus station. His mom was on her knees, hands behind her head, while one of the fake cops leaned down, whispering something in her ear. The message underneath made his blood run cold. Asterisk, asterisk, you're next. Asterisk, asterisk. Judge Boyd's car screeched to a halt outside the bus station just as the black SUV tore out of the parking lot. He jumped out, heart pounding, but it was too late. Lisa was gone. The station was in chaos, travelers gawking, security guards shouting into radios. Boyd flashed his badge and pushed through the crowd. "Where's the boy?" he demanded. A shaken ticket clerk pointed at the departing bus. He just got on the 5:15 to Richmond. Boyd's mind raced. Richmond. That wasn't random. Lisa had family there, a sister she hadn't spoken to in years. Was that her plan? Get Jamal to safety with the only person left who might protect him? His phone rang. The police chief's voice was tight. "Boyd, stand down. This isn't your case anymore." Boyd's jaw clenched. "Like hell it isn't. Those weren't real officers. Lisa Carter's file." "I know what's in the file," the chief cut in. "And if you value your career or your life, you'll walk away. Asterisk now. Asterisk." The line went dead. Boyd stood frozen in the middle of the station, the truth crashing over him. This went deeper than he'd imagined. Higher, too. And if even the chief was involved. He turned on his heel and sprinted back to his car. He had to catch that bus. Lisa's wrists burned from the zip ties as the SUV sped through the city. The man beside her, the one with the badge and the cold, empty eyes, smiled as he tapped his phone. "Your boy's got a long ride ahead," he murmured. "Shame he won't make it to the end." Lisa lunged at him, but the restraints held her back. "If you touch him." The man laughed. "What? You'll call the cops." He leaned in, his breath hot against her ear. "We are the cops, Lisa. And this time, there's no witness protection. No new identity. Just you, and the consequences of what you saw." Lisa's stomach twisted. They thought this was about her testimony from all those years ago. They had no idea what she'd really taken from them. The flash drive. The one she'd paid a hacker a small fortune to create. The one with real evidence, names, dates, transactions. Proof that went all the way to the top. And Jamal had it. On the bus, Jamal finally dared to pull out the flash drive again. The woman at the library had said it would explain everything. But how? He had no way to. "Hey!" Jamal nearly jumped out of his seat. The elderly woman beside him pointed at his hand. "You look like you've seen a ghost, son. Everything okay?" Jamal hesitated. She looked harmless, grandmotherly, even. But after today, he didn't trust anyone. "I'm fine," he muttered. The woman's eyes dropped to the flash drive. Then, slowly, she reached into her purse and pulled out a slim laptop. "Battery's almost dead," she said quietly. "But if you need to see what's on that thing, you've got about 5 minutes." Jamal's pulse spiked. How did she? Before he could react, the bus's emergency exit alarm suddenly blared. At the back, a man in a hoodie was forcing the doors open. Wind screamed into the cabin as the bus swerved. And then Jamal saw it, the glint of a gun in the man's hand. Their eyes met. The man smiled. And Jamal realized, with sickening certainty, that they'd found him. The bus wasn't heading to safety. It was a trap. Final chapter, The last move ****. The bus swerved violently as the gunman lunged forward. Jamal's fingers tightened around the flash drive ***, the only proof left. The elderly woman beside him didn't hesitate. With surprising strength, she yanked the laptop away and hurled it straight at the gunman's head. Crack. The screen shattered against his temple. He stumbled, and chaos erupted. Passengers screamed, scrambling over seats. Jamal didn't think he moved. He vaulted over the rows, snatching the fallen gun just as the man lunged for him. Jamal, jump, the woman shouted. The bus doors were still open, asphalt blurring beneath them. Heart hammering, Jamal leapt rolling hard onto the shoulder of the highway. Tires screeched behind him. A car skidded to a stop, door flying open. Judge Boyd. Get in. Boyd roared. Jamal barely made it inside before the judge floored the gas, swerving around the stalled bus. Behind them, the gunman was already on his feet, shouting into a radio. Boyd's knuckles were white on the wheel. You have the drive. Jamal nodded, clutching it like a lifeline. Then listen carefully. Those men aren't just dirty cops, they're part of a syndicate your mother helped take down years ago. She testified, but the evidence disappeared. Until now. Jamal's breath came fast. So this drive has names. Locations. Everything. Boyd's phone buzzed a news alert. His face went pale. They've framed your mom. They're saying she kidnapped you. The twist hit Jamal like a punch. That's why they chased her. Not just to silence her, to make her the villain. Lisa sat in a cold interrogation room, the fake cops smirking as they slid a confession toward her. Sign this, and maybe your kid doesn't vanish forever. Her hands shook, but her voice didn't. You're forgetting one thing. Oh yeah, the lead officer sneered. What's that? The door burst open. Federal agents swarmed in, guns drawn. And behind them, Jamal. He held up the flash drive, now plugged into a federal prosecutor's tablet. How about this? The room erupted. The cops lunged, but it was too late. The screen lit up with bank transfers, drug logs, even a murder order signed by their chief. The prosecutor's voice cut through the noise. Lisa Carter, you're free to go. These men, however. Lisa yanked her cuffed wrists toward the lead officer. Guess the real police showed up after all. Epilogue, 1 week later. The news called it the biggest corruption bust in state history. Officers arrested. The chief found dead in his cell, apparent suicide. And Lisa, cleared of all charges, her record wiped clean. But as she hugged Jamal outside their new apartment, courtesy of witness protection, she kept glancing over her shoulder. It's over, Mom, Jamal murmured. Lisa forced a smile. Was it? Because that morning, she'd gotten a note. Hand-delivered. The drive was a copy. The original's still out there. And we will find it. Somewhere, a shadowy figure watched them through a long-lens camera. The game wasn't over. It had just begun. End. The final chapter, a new beginning. The morning sun streamed through the curtains of their new apartment as Jamal set 2 mugs of coffee on the kitchen table. Lisa stared at hers, the steam curling up like the last whispers of the nightmare they'd survived. It had been 3 weeks since the arrests, 2 weeks since the feds had relocated them, and 10 days since she'd slept through the night without checking the locks twice. You think they'll really stop looking? Jamal asked quietly, tapping the side of his mug. Lisa met his eyes, her son's eyes, older now than any teenagers should be. No, she said honestly. But we're not running anymore. She reached into her pocket and slid a business card across the table. Judge Boyd's personal cell number stared back at them, along with a handwritten note. When you're ready to testify, we'll be waiting. Jamal picked it up, tracing the embossed lettering. You think we should? Outside, a car honked. Lisa flinched before she could stop herself, then took a deep breath. Not yet. But someday. She nodded toward the window, where a moving truck was parked across the street. First, we live. Across town, in a federal holding facility, Detective Mark Reyes, the man who'd led the fake cops, sat in an interrogation room. The prosecutor slid a photo toward him, the original flash drive, encased in evidence plastic. Your chief died before he could tell us where the backups are. But we know there are more copies. Reyes smirked. Good luck finding them. The door opened. Judge Boyd stepped in, his robes replaced by a simple suit. We don't need luck, he said, placing a second photo on the table. It showed a grainy security still, the elderly woman from the bus, handing something to a reporter outside the courthouse. Turns out, Mrs. Eleanor Whitmore was a journalist before she retired. Spent 20 years investigating police corruption. Reyes's smirk faded as Boyd leaned in. Her memoir publishes next month. Serialized in the *Times. With all the evidence. The park was quiet at dusk. Jamal sat on a bench, scrolling through his new school's website, his third fresh start, but the first one that felt like it might stick. His phone buzzed. An unknown number. His thumb hovered over the screen before he opened it. ***, your mom was brave. You're braver. Watch your back. E****. He smiled. Eleanor. The bus lady. He'd looked her up, Pulitzer Prize winner, legendary investigative reporter. According to her latest interview, she was retired but not done. Jamal tucked his phone away just as Lisa joined him, carrying 2 ice cream cones. Chocolate mint, she said, handing him one. Like when you were little. For the first time in years, they sat there as the sunset painted the sky in oranges and purples, not checking over their shoulders, not counting minutes until they'd have to run. Somewhere, danger might still linger. But right here, right now? They were home. ***, end of story, ***.